Good evening, good evening. It's great you made this day. Good evening to you. Hello everybody, my name is Peter. I'm Tupperware Pete. How are you going on this beautiful weekend? Guess what? I'm going to be cooking tonight. Yes, I am. And I'm going to take a step out of the shot. Can you tell what I'm going to be cooking tonight? I wonder if you can. Have a look around. You might be thinking, I've seen those, but I'm not sure about them. Is he going to cook something in them? Like, you can't cook in them, can you? Yes, you can. G'day, g'day. You might have a look. You might say, oh, yeah, I know those. I've seen that before. I've got one of those. Or Mum's got those. Or Auntie Sue's got one of them. There's a lot going on right now. Feel free to use the link up in the featured section or in my bio, depending on whose group you're watching this in right now. And you can browse the online catalogue. So long as you've got an Australian address, you can place an order and Melbourne will deliver your order anywhere in Australia. So any business address, residential address, any post office box or Australia Post parcel locker, all right? So, excuse me, let's get down to business, all right? Firstly, let's just celebrate good times. Come on. Oh, that was a good one. All right, so this is a launch party that I'm happening tonight. I'm streaming this into quite a few people's launch parties. All the sales that we get tonight are going to go towards the person whose group you're watching this in, start their Tupperware business, build their kit, and give them a little bit of a boost. And the Tupperware's jumping off. It wants to be purchased. So now is the time. Check out the offers section because that's where you'll find a lot of the specials, all right? So I'm going to be cooking in these Tupperware silicone bags. These go into the microwave oven, the gas oven, the electric oven, the wood oven, the fridge, the freezer, and the dishwasher. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do my cabbage and bacon. I'm going to do a beef and veggie casserole. I'm also going to do some popcorn. I'm going to do some ramen noodles. And I'm also going to do some roasted veggies in the big one as well. So these are brilliant. Basically, let me show you. Tupperware have patented these, all right? So you've got, there's a little Ziploc. So it's like a reusable freezer bag. You can do your meal prep, pop all your food into here, stick it into the freezer, pop it into the fridge, grab your D-shackle, put your shackles on your bag so you can lunch. Take that with you. It's a toiletries bag, it's a pencil case, it's a lunch box, it's a snack box, it's a fishing box. It is a casserole pot that goes into the oven. It's amazing. It's like the opposite to bubble wrap. It's so satisfying to do, and you just vents that open when you pop it into the oven or the microwave. Seal it. It is 100% liquid tight as well as airtight. When you seal that, that will not leak. And they're so versatile. These are an award-winning patented design from Tupperware. It truly is extraordinary design for everyday living, all right? So what we're going to do is let's just pop this all out of the way for now. And we will, if I can, grab these herbs. Start with the blue one. Now on the bottom they tell you, if you're one of those people that likes the specs of things, specification, this will tell you it goes down to -25 and up to 220 degrees in the oven. It's 1.8 litres or 7.5 cups. How awesome is that? All right, so literally all I'm going to do is grab my flexible cutting mat, which is also heat resistant up to 40 degrees. I'll show you that in just a moment. Doing a bit of prep in here, right? I've got some bacon. This is in the Clearmate container. You can take these. Some of the delis and some of the butchers will just pop them straight onto the scales, zero them out, and you just say, can you fill that with that diced bacon, please? And they go, not a problem. And then they can weigh it out, and then you're not bringing home any useless packaging. No single-use waste at all, and you've got your reusable Clearmate container. I've just jam-packed that full of diced bacon. Thank you very much, right? So we've got some of this. Let's grab we will grab a spoon. Literally, a few spoonfuls of that straight into here. Now this holds 400 grams. This size here holds 400 grams of bacon, which is quite deceiving because you sort of think, oh, you can't really fit much into there. That's almost half a kilo of diced bacon, right? And then you can literally just pop that straight into the fridge, and that's going to last 2 to 3 times longer than sitting in a plastic bag wrapped in paper at the bottom of your fridge, right? So how awesome is that? So we're just going to throw in, that's about 150, 200 grams of diced bacon. I can then seal that, right? Now, because it's a protein, do not express the air out of there. I know a lot of people get used to burping their Tupperware. You don't need to, please don't, with a protein. So animal protein, plant protein, any protein, beans, fish, cheese, eggs, meat, any protein, do not express the air out of there because it needs a little bit of oxygen in there to exchange with the enzymes to make it last a little bit longer, all right? So that's your bacon, okay? Then what we're going to do is, I'm going to grab an onion, a red onion. I'm just going to top and tail this. Really easy to do. And then then we will just chop that straight down there, and I'm going to peel this. Now, I'm going to keep my onion skins because one day I'm going to show you how you can make your own homemade onion powder by saving the onion skins, right? Why waste that? That's good money. You're not going to throw that away, right? So how awesome is that going to be, right? There's your top and tails. We'll pop that straight over to there. What I'm going to do is grab my... no need to ask, it's a smooth choperator. It is a smooth choperator. Smooth choperator. It is a smooth choperator. That's the one that comes in the $99 bundle when you join Tupperware and become a member of the Tupper Club. All right, so we've got some onion. I've just got some garlic in my Tupperware garlic keeper. All right, and I actually keep my garlic press in there when I want crushed garlic. I keep my garlic press in there so I don't have to keep running around the kitchen wondering where my garlic press is. It's all in there with the garlic, right? A little Tupper tip from Tupper Pete. All right, so what we're going to do is just grab I could have prepped this beforehand, couldn't I? But not to worry. We will just smash that. There we go. With that. And I'm literally just going to pop that straight into... there with my onion. Red onion, some garlic. I'm going to throw in 3 cloves of garlic. I can because I live alone. All right, pop that straight into there and we will just... a few pulls of that, too easy, right? There's your blades. You pop them in upside down, Miss Jane. We're going to grab a Tupperware spatula and I am literally just going to pour that straight into my dump bag. Right, which is the silicone bag. Now, along with all of the other Tupperware products, they never watered down any of the ingredients with any bad additives. The silicone is another example, prime example, right? There's no latex that they use to water down the silicone. It's all 100% silicone. So some people, if you know anyone with a latex allergy, this is totally safe for them. It doesn't matter if you're left-handed or right-handed. This is ideal for you as well. And, like I said, it's 100% liquid tight as well as airtight. So in here, that's just my onion and my bacon down the bottom in there. I've just got some cabbage that I've popped in my Tupperware Vent Smart container. Cabbage will last for anywhere between 6 and 12 weeks, depending on your fridge. I'm just going to remove that stem bit, pop that into the garden, and we'll plant that. We will just grab some cabbage. And we will basically just start slicing away. Really thin. I love these knives, the Mastro knives, because you can get a really nice thin slice, and everything tastes better when it's sliced thinly, right? Just ask the Japanese, they know. So we'll slice this up, right? We'll pop that straight into there, and we will literally... So I can prep this. Oh, I remembered what weekend it was. You know what weekend it is, don't you? It's footy fever. It's footy fever weekend. All right, so there is my cabbage. So you can prep all of this meal. There's my cabbage and my bacon. Not a problem. I am then going to just throw in a little bit of olive oil into there. I've got a little bit of soy sauce. mushroom soy sauce. I'll get a little bit of How's Your Father salt and pepper. Dun, 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 dun. A couple of good pinches of that. I'm just using the pink Himalayan sea salt into there. We'll just throw in some of that. And we will also grab some pepper. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Love a bit of pepper. You know what? I'll also grab, I don't mind some chili flakes. So we will just throw in a wad load of chili flakes. So there you go. That's that. Now, I can then seal that, right? It's the opposite to bubble wrap. It's so satisfying. You can seal that in there, right? It's 100% liquid tight, airtight. I can then just open up one end, get rid of any excess air out of there, if I want to. So now, can you see, there's my, that cabbage and bacon and onion is going to infuse up with that salt and that pepper, a little bit of olive oil, and I can pop that into the freezer for next week, pop it into the fridge, and I can have that with a steak or whatever. Whenever I need like a nice little side, I can have it for breakfast with some bacon and eggs or something like that, you know. So how awesome is that, right? Moving right along, let's move that cabbage out of the way. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to prep some veggies. And I'm going to do it in my Tupperware slice and dicer, all right? So this is it in here. You've actually got quite a few blades. You've got 3 different choices. You've got the large square in here. Then you've got the small squares here, okay? And then you've got like the julienne type style. All right, so all I'm going to do is grab this one in here, and it's very easy to use. You just pop that straight into there, you lock that blade into place, and now you can't remove that, right? And then that just pops straight down into there, and away you go. Now I've just got my veggies in here. We're just going to top and tail them. They have been washed, so I'm just going to pop them straight into little chunks, and I'll show you how you do it. Literally, that's it, right? Who's got time to be messing about with this, right? So there's your sweet potato. Pop that straight into there. Okay, do you get the idea? There's your sweet potato. We'll just pop that straight into here. Awesome! Now, what else shall we do? I hear you ask. Now, if you've been a long time watcher, you will know that this is a turnip. This is a parsnip. And this is a sweet carrot lime. Plum, plum, plum. Good times never seem so good. Why not? You're allowed to sing in the kitchen, aren't you? So Swedes and turnips are the same price. So I've just grabbed, oh, that one's a funny one. I've just grabbed a couple of those, and I'm just going to pop them into chunks in there. I'm going to pop that straight into there. Yeah. That's my Swede. Okay, then I've got my parsnip. We'll just pop that straight into chunks into there as well. Oh, there we go. Parsnip. There we go. That one's a bit chunky. We'll pop that straight into there. There we go. Parsnips into there. Too easy. I've got a carrot. I'm just going to pop that straight into chunks in there as well. We'll just remove the tops off that one. Let me know where you're watching from. I always love finding out where people are watching from. Are you in Cairns? Are you in New Zealand? Sometimes we've got people from the UK tune in. Hello, Philadelphia, Texas, deep in the heart of Texas. Hello, Connecticut, if you're watching. We've got South Africa that tunes in every now and again as well. And then all over Australia. Okay, so let me know where you're watching from. I always love finding out where people are watching from. There's my veggies in there. Parsnip. Swede, turnip. Oh, now here's the turnip. Let's pop this straight into here as well. We'll just pop this into chunks. Okay. Oh, too easy. Now, when you join Tupperware, you actually get 15 to 25% discount off the entire collection. And you get a 15 to 30% earning capacity as well, right? There's my turnip. And you can join for either $19.95, $39.95 or $99, or you can just pay the full retail price. That's entirely up to you. I've got another sweet potato. I'm just going to pop this straight into here. And you still get to have an online Tupperware party as well. Whether you're a retail customer or a wholesale customer, you're still allowed to get all the freebies connected with having an online Tupperware party. How awesome is that, right? Okay, so we've got that. I've also got a beetroot. I love roasted beetroot. Absolutely love it. So we will just quarter this, because this is quite a chunky one, right? So we will, we might need to do a little bit, right? Now, I can keep these veggies in the fridge. They will literally last all week long. All week long, all week long. All week long they will last. And it doesn't matter what I'm eating, I can then just either bring that out, roast, grab as many as I want to roast, and because they're all uniform pieces, it's not going to take very long to cook at all, and they will all cook at exactly the same time. Here's a squash that I've got, just a little yellow squash, and I don't know about you, but who likes standing there chopping up their veggies? Not me. So we'll just literally, there's a squash, right? So, how awesome is that? We can eat the rainbow, eat the rainbow, eat the rainbow too. So this is 2 sweet potato, a beetroot, a parsnip, a swede, a turnip, a yellow squash in there. I am now also going to a decent amount of extra virgin olive oil to coat all of that through into there. I am going to season this as well, so we're going to do a little bit of pepper, probably about 2 teaspoons of pepper. We will also throw in some Himalayan rock salt that I've got into here. We'll just throw in a few chunks of that. And I've also got some herbs. So I've got some fresh rosemary that I've got into there. I'm just going to literally just deherb that. Deherb, is that a word? It is now. Deherb is the word. All right. So we'll just grab some of that. I will also just pop that straight into there. I love a bit of rosemary. And we will also grab a few herbs, a few garlic, rather, a few cloves of garlic into here as well. We will just literally crush that. And we'll just pop that straight into there. And we will just, there we go, crush that. We'll throw that into there too. And I've also got some, ooh, and time, it could have been so much more. Time is precious, I know. And time, got a bit of thyme in there as well. So what all you have to do now is literally seal it. Which takes a long time. Now, that literally, I can then just now marinate all of my veggies. I can pop that into the fridge or the freezer. I can, if I've got not much room, I can pop that in sideways, upside down, sideways, whatever. Now, when it comes time to cook, if I want to just roast that whole thing into the oven, all I have to do is just vent it, pop that on an oven tray and just stick that whole thing in the oven as is, so it's standing up. And there's my roast veggies cooking all at the same time. Or I can just add little bits and pieces to whatever I'm cooking if I, as you go along, if you just want a few. And then that way I've got my meal prep done, all my roast veggies, right? So, what I'm going to do in here, right, let's just move this out of the way. You know what I'm like. If you've been watching before, you know exactly what I'm like, right? So we will just give this a bit of a wipe down. There we go, wipe the bench down. And all I'm going to do now is exactly the same, but I'm going to do a beef casserole. So, 500 grams of beef, diced beef, any size that you like. You're just going to pop that straight into there, right? And I am going to throw in just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil into there as well, right? Then what I've got to do is grab the tab, I've got some bay leaves. So I'm just going to grab just a few bay leaves. We'll pop that straight into there as well, right? Then what I'm going to do is I've got what have I got? What is it? 1/3 of a cup of jasmine rice. Just going to pop that straight into there. Now with rice, you do one rice, 2 water. So there's 2/3 of a cup of water, all right? I've got some leftover tomato paste that I'm going to pop into here. I've got my slow cooker sachet. So I'm literally just going to pour that slow cooker sachet. Can you see this here? Slow cooker sachet straight into there, right? It's like a beef casserole or something, right? I've also got just a teaspoon of corn flour, just to help thicken that up as we go along in there, right? And all I'm going to do now is just fill it up with some water. About half filled with water. Where did the top go? I don't know where the top... Here it is. Do you ever do that in the kitchen? Lose your way. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. There's your sauce. That's all that is. I'm going to pour that straight into there. Right? Too easy, right? Oh, there's a little bit more in there. We'll just throw in some water in there. Get rid of that. Now, if I want more tomato paste in there, then I can, not a problem. That's entirely up to you. Pop that over there. Now, I've got these oyster mushrooms. They were absolutely gorgeous. So I've got the last of those. I'm just going to dump all of those straight into there. Check them out. Aren't they beautiful? Oyster mushrooms, some beef into there. We'll throw that over to there. I've got my favourite flavour with beef is star anise. So I've got in, oh, you should smell that. That smells divine. The whole packet is just going to fit straight into here. Right? And I'm just going to throw in a couple of star anise into there because I want that to measured with love, obviously. I'm going to let that macerate away. I get my labels, I get 2 lots. I get one on this side and I get one on that side. So I don't have to think about which way I'm going to pop it back into the cupboard. I've got that in there. I've also got a little bit of smoked paprika. I've also got a few dried herbs, dried mixed herbs into there, and just a little bit of dried chili flakes, because I like my dried chili flakes, all right? Now, all I'm going to do now is just grab some, oh, look, I found some coriander. Here, I've got some, remember the other day I found some celery that was 89 cents? So I bought the whole bunch, didn't I? Let's just throw in some coriander. Why not? Throw in some... There we go. Beautiful, right? I've got my carrot. Let's throw in a couple of stalks of celery. Let's get the chopper back in action. There we go. We'll pop this over here. We're going to throw this into here. There we go. How awesome is this going to be? Grab some celery. Pop that straight into there. And then we'll just grab another onion. And we're just going to chop and tail that. And then we will just peel that. We're going to save that. And we're going to make our own homemade onion powder, saving the onion skins. What you do is you do a slow roast in the oven, about a 110 degree oven, and for about, 45 minutes to an hour. And then once you've done that, you just blitz them in your supersonic chopper, and there's your own homemade onion powder. And I'm going to do that because I can never find onion powder at the shops, that's why, right? So there's my onion. I'm just going to throw in some onion, some celery. We will, there we go. Hopefully. Is that on there properly? There we go. We'll soon find out. All right. Oh, no, it's not on there properly. There we go. Oh, you know what I've done? I've messed it up a little bit. Luckily, I've got some more. Let's just take that out in here. Let's throw that straight into there. There we go. That's a little better. And then you just pull the cord. Right. 4 times. There's some onion and some celery. Pop that straight into there. Right. How awesome is that? Then what we're going to do is grab some carrot. I love it. It's just so easy to do, right? There's some carrot. We've got some chunks going into there. Let's throw that into there, and we will literally... How awesome is that? A few bits of carrot. We'll pop that straight into there. And there, my friends, there is your beef, mushroom, carrot, celery and onion with some sauce. It's all liquid tight as well as airtight. Once you do the opposite to bubble wrap and pop all the teeth together, right? I can now let that marinate. I can pop that into the freezer. I can pop it into the fridge. And when you don't feel like cooking, there's your beef casserole done. You just pop it straight into the microwave or the oven to cook, right? So we've got that. We've got that. Let's pop this out of the way. Then, all that cooking, you might go, oh, I don't feel like eating, but I'm hungry. I don't feel like cooking anything. I've done my meal prep. You know what you're going to do now? We'll just pop your veggies there. We've got our beef casserole here. We've got our cabbage and bacon and onions sitting there, right? You know what we're going to do? We're going to cook some popcorn. So we're going to have a little bit of a nibble on some popcorn. So I'm just going to grab 1/4 cup of popcorn. There we go. How easy is this, right? Super simple. Where did that spoon go? Then I've got 2 tablespoons of oil. Like literally that easy. It's that simple to do. We just seal that. Let that coat through. We'll just vent it ever so. We might vent that in the middle. Right? And now it is supposed to, you are supposed to let it sit standing up. Mine always falls over, so I'm just going to literally just do that for 3 minutes, and then we're going to have our popcorn, right? Now, you want to use it as an empty container to store your potato chips in? Not a problem. You can. Here we go. We've got, it's footy fever, oh. You've got your, how awesome is that? There's your sweet potato chips, thank you very much. You can pop them onto the table to serve out of, not a worry. You've also got check this out. You've got your hot water that you've boiled. Where's the yellow one? Here we go. You've got a small silicone bag, right? You know what we're going to do? We are literally going to pour our hot water straight into here. You grab your ramen noodles. Grab your ramen noodles. We're just going to pop that straight into there. Too easy. You can pop your whatever flavourings you want. You can seal that. You grab your D-shackle. Take your shackles off your bag so you can lunch. Pop that onto your bag. You go hiking. Whenever you arrive at your destination, that's all hot. If it needs reheating, you just vent it open a little bit. Pop it straight into the microwave. That's going to be cooked in about 2 minutes. I can add my frozen veggies in there. Not a problem. Right, so that's that. We've got that. We've got that. Can you see all of this happening? Then someone comes to you and says, oh, Mum, can I have $25? What for? Oh, because we're going to the footy and I want to get something to eat. And you go, I'm not giving you $25 to buy an ice block and a sausage roll. Thank you very much. I'll quickly whip up you something so that you can take that with you, right? So you know what you do. You grab your Disney insulated Mickey Mouse food jar, right? You grab your mashed potato that you had in the freezer in your silicone bag. And now what we're going to do is spoon that straight in. That's been reheated in the microwave. So you just spoon that straight into here. You can activate the insulation with hot water, right? So you've got your mashed potato that you can pop straight into there, right? How easy is this? It is dead easy. I'm loving it. It's so much fun. All right, so then what you do is you've done your sausages in your micro pro grill that's taken 9 minutes to cook, right? Pop your sausages straight into there. With your mashed potato. There's your bangers and mash, right? Love it. Now, I'm going to save $25 on half-time food. Pop that straight into there. That's going to keep everything nice and hot. Not a problem. You want dessert? You save mini for dessert. You pop in your ice cream and your banana and strawberry with some chocolate syrup and some crushed nuts. That's going to keep everything cold. So there you've got your hot and your cold. You can keep them in the same container. They're not going to end up affecting each other on the temperature. That's not a problem whatsoever. Then you can send everybody away. Oh my goodness. Here is our popcorn steaming out of our, what are they called? The Tupperware silicone bags, right? You might want to just grab your Allegra bowl. Oh, bit of blue tape. Grab your Allegra bowl, pop that straight into there. There is my popcorn. I'm going to now sit down. I'm going to chat to everybody online. I've got some popcorn I can nibble on all night long. I've got my meal prep done. There is my beef casserole I can pop in the freezer for next week. There's my roasted veggies all prepped so I can just help myself as I go along, pop that into the grill whenever I need to. I've got my cabbage and bacon, I can pop that into the freezer or into the fridge and eat that over the weekend, not a problem. I've got a couple of sausages, excuse me, a couple of sausages left over from the Micro Pro grill. That took 9 minutes. Look, they look like they've been done on the barbecue. They've been done in the Micro Pro grill. How awesome is that? And we'll send everybody off with their meal and their dessert so that we can now eat our sweet potato chips and our popcorn in peace. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please let me know. I'm going to chat online right now. We're going to say goodbye to Facebook, say goodbye to YouTube right now. I'm going to continue with TikTok into the night, and I will speak to you. Oh, hang on. There is one more where, it's over here. You know what I didn't do? Oh my goodness, you know what I forgot? I forgot my troubles and I'm happy and I danced all the cares away. I shouted and got happy. I'll see you all another day. Yes, I will. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.